So this was my 184. She wanted us to draw strictly from life, no pictures, and nothing really cartoony, anime. Yeah, I got this sketchbook from our alternatives. It's over 100 pages, which I realized later, so I'm gonna do another sketchbook tour, which is the other like 30 to 40 pages left, and kind of talk about that, because now that it's summer, I'm gonna fill up the rest of the pages. I started it January 22nd, 184 life drawing. I started with line drawing, just some hands, some feet. Yeah, so I took the sketchbook around with me, drew around campus. I drew my friend while they were studying. Another angle. I hope this is like okay. Loteria night, 24th. And just all these details were so fun to do. I love pencil forever and always, but it's really messy and sometimes I don't bring an eraser with me, so I just stick back to pen. Me in the car. We had to draw a face, a way to draw faces. That was very like one step, two step, draw the circle, X, erase this, draw this, correlate to this, this, and this. And so this was my first attempt. And yeah, life drawing, we had to draw a bunch of nude people. The models were definitely something to get used to, but once you get over the shyness, you really just lock in. More notes about muscles. She wanted us to learn all about the bones and the structures, and not so memorize them, but recognize aware that they are there, and that when you are drawing the mass and the flesh, the bones are what they rely on. So more drawing from life. What was I talking about? Yeah, just I was getting more comfortable in college and attending lectures and bringing the sketchbook around. I took this Art 101 class that had featuring artists every week, so I would go with my friends and just take notes and then draw, and just it was really fun. More notes about anatomy. 4 by 6, 6 on top, 6 on the bottom. The pelvis size, the rib size, your head proportion, which is really important. During this life drawing class, we'd carry around a stick. It was like this big, and we would hold it up like this to the the K-pop heart. We'd hold it up to the model and just try to remember from the top of the head to the chin, from the chin to like the chest or the nipple, from the nipple to the belly button, to the belly button to like the bottom of the pelvis, the knees to the bottom of the ankles, just everything had to be proportionate with everything. So like the seats, I hate horses. These horse seats are so uncomfortable. I had them for 184 and I had them for 181. So this is more about structuring the face now. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, hairline, hairline, brow, base of nose, chin, pupil, iris, how eye folds work from perspective. Then I drew, she uploaded a bunch of stuff to the Canvas app and photo references of the muscles and the bones, and this was a picture stolen from there about all the muscles. I just wrote them down, not that I'm going to remember them, but some important muscles I remember: the deltoids, the more notes, this bone. I'm humbled. Here I was trying out the materials for the class. We'd be doing a drawing in complete charcoal pencil, no blending, just layers and layers of line work. So did that. More muscle study. We learned about weight drawing, like making sure your drawings body mass makes sense in realism and this and that portion. She gave us a face structure drawing and wanted us to draw it for homework. I think it was spring break maybe. So it was really, you draw with this like trapezoid kind of figure, and then draw lines for the nose, and then draw a line for the eyes, draw a line for the eyebrows, draw a circle for the head, draw a line for the mouth, the chin, circles up, Never really got used to it, but it did become handy when I was doing portraits. I did my own portraits. I fell in love with these kinds of pens. I love them. They're so fun to draw with. I drew my brother, and yeah, I just, after that experiment, I was like, I need to draw more. Yeah, this is the kind of way she wanted us to draw. A trapezoid here, circle for the head, circle for that, lips this way, this way, this way, and just adjusting all the lines to the anatomy for the person, basically. This is the face again, just drawing it again and again, and I realized the eyebrows need to be thicker, the ears need to be lower. Yeah, so the way you draw, it'd be like hairline, brow, bottom of nose, and chin, circle, oval, and that's your first 2 lines to draw the face. So yeah, this like format was really stuck in my head. I started watching Luscious Massacre. Love them, love Luscious. Drew it with these pencils I have here. Probably can't read it. Carbothello, Stabilo, pastel pencils. And an assignment where we had to color in the muscles, front and back, using those pastel pencils. This is my first try at drawing hands. Later in the sketchbook, you see I become way more comfortable and kind of in love with drawing hands. Another multicolored pen drawing. I love this one. I love it. And then this one, just lines, and then I filled them in with kind of structures, the tip of the nose, the eyebrow, the eye. So I drew myself looking at the mirrors, and you could tell my room finally got some decor after that month off. Got these like fairy lights, got a night lamp, had a plushie here in my bed, and my robe. Drawing in the sketchbook, my hair was really short, I had my glasses on. Another one of me in my bed, and the shadow of my head was really cool because this was the only source of light. Started with a red, not a color pencil, it was a red Prismacolor erasable one, and then I went in with black pen, which is really my favorite way to draw. And again, I took this sketchbook everywhere. I was with my brother sitting next to him at the restaurant, and he was just on his phone. Again with the Prismacolor erasable pencils, and I was in class a few minutes early, and my friend was there too, and so I was like chit-chatting with her as she was checking something on her phone, and I drew this really quick with a pen. I drew them. I fell in love with these. I'm gonna grab one. These Amazon pens, and I really like how thick they are. They're really just like juicy. Okay, that one's empty. Hello. And so yeah, I really love it, how it looks with the light colored pencil. And I think I did, this is one of my favorite sketches. I posted on Instagram. It's c.u.d.l.c because c.u.d.l.c was taken. Figure drawings with a thick watercolor brush pen. I don't know where I got it, but just drawing really quick. We did that also with charcoal in class. Sketches of my family members. Again, these kind of pen drawings. I went to a senior students art display, art gallery walk thing. Just took some freebies and stick them on. They don't have their ads on here, so. For the drawing from my 184 class, the way it was structured, it was 3 rows, front row, back row, and you'd have the horse, and you put your bag under there, you put the board up here on one of the things. We'd have references there, objects there. Oh, okay. This is me preparing to do my self-portrait. I would sit in front of the mirror, just drawing my face over and over and over again. It was definitely really, I don't know, I felt like I was on ayahuasca or something like that. And I don't think none of these really particularly look like me. I was told I have a pretty strong like masculine face, so I try to draw a little bit more squarish instead of round. I used to think I have a round face. I'm finding out that I definitely don't. So again with the pen, I was watching a lot of Stephanie Sue. I'd draw the face using, again, the structure. You can kind of see it in pink, and then I'd go over with a blue pen and then a purple pen and go darker and darker the more confident I was with the lines. I definitely feel like this is not so pretty soon, but her spirit's there. Drawing of my brother, back of my mom's head, again with the pen with a little bit of black. Some more notes about blending with white charcoal pencil. I really like this drawing. I love how the eyelashes look. I love the suggestion of lip liner. So this was around March, I'm pretty sure. It was a celebration of San Jose, and the kids would dress up in costumes. I tried to draw myself again. I guess I wasn't feeling good that day. I put tough looking bitch. Get doodles of myself. I feel like this is really cute. I really do think it looks like me. This one also is really cute. Okay, I was watching the Caligari sisters, rewatching some old videos. So this is supposed to be Eliana, Noah, I think. I was trying to draw Sunday, but like so many frames were moving so quick and I didn't want to pause it. I just want to kind of keep them talking. I tried to draw from a picture of me. I think it sort of does look like me. I think I drew my face really round. Oh, Olivia Rodrigo had performed, I think, in either Brazil for Lollapalooza or something, and she had this red like leather bodysuit, and it was so insert a picture, and I needed to draw it. And then I went to Pinterest and I saw this picture also that had me, yeah, of Taylor Swift, another one of Taylor Swift singing Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow. One of Sabrina Carpenter at the Brits Award, I'm pretty sure. Pop Girlies, Chapel Rowan. I think this is when I opened Pinterest. So I was like, okay, I love drawing women. I love drawing women. It's like a reference picture from Pinterest. I'm pretty sure everyone has drawn. I was watching Harmonica on YouTube. They're really funny. I really do love them. Her and her sister are just like always playing when I'm drawing, and it's like good company, good energy. They're Mexicans also, so it's just, I love them. This is kind of the way I draw these bodies also. I would draw the head, the chest, the hips, the knees, the ankles, and then kind of go again layers. I kind of draw layers, circle, squares, and then I do the wrist. Like if we were doing poses for this, I draw the head, the shoulders, the hips, the knees, and the feet, and then I would connect them to each joint, and I feel like that works for me really well. That's how I drew this one. My hand, I had acrylic nails at the time. It's like early spring and everyone was going to the beach because finally it was over 50 degrees. We had a veteran come for a meet, and we'd be drawing, the whole class would be drawing them a portrait, and the veteran would get to pick which one they feel best captures them and their service dog. Oh, I'm out of breath. And it was really fun having the veteran come and kind of talk and get to know the person that we're drawing better, because usually our models would just sit there in silence and we'd be instructed not to talk to them. Like that was generally a rule. Like if they talk to you, then yeah, you'll respond, but you don't ask them questions. You don't really get to know about them. Yeah, but it was really fun getting to meet them and talk with them. My portrait did not get picked. Insert a picture. I'm out of breath. Yeah, more sketches. Okay, I was drawing a lot of people singular, and I wanted to try and practice drawing couples or people together kind of interacting. So I think I did really well in this one, kind of capturing this person sitting in front, this person sitting behind. This one as well, I think this is from a picture of The Summer I Turned Pretty. Yes, I was drawing pictures from like scenes from there. I've never watched the show, I just saw pictures uploaded on Twitter and just drew that. I was planning out a painting for my intro to oil painting class. Complementary colors and two figures in the painting kind of interacting or influencing each other. More sketches, some of me. Drawings. More figures drawn from Twitter. I was trying to draw.
Wow!
Okay, I was trying to draw something more stylized, something more me and not just realism. Found that really hard. Went to art history class, forgot my iPad, so I took notes in my sketchbook and I drew this in lecture. Anyways, This is around like the final quarter. Everything feels so exciting, everything feels so new, and just kind of getting to the pace of college. I fell in love with the big round stick pen, not just for note-taking but for also sketching. I really love the sketch I did. I was sitting around waiting around campus, and I drew this guy sitting in front of me. I bet people look at me like I'm capturing his soul. Like, I mean, I would also feel awkward if someone was drawing me from afar in public. I drew more outfits of mine. I used to dress really more free and fun in high school senior year, and then I fell in, like, in college I kind of got more insecure and really shy. Pencil, call this the wrist breaker claw. Practicing eyes, noses, mouths, ears, boom, boom, boom. I think this is around the time the sketchbook was gonna be due, so that month I was drawing. This is Tom Holland, some more hands, a panda. I was pulling out my K-pop albums and drawing from them. This is Twice, Mina, Nayoung, Daeyoung, and Jin. Oh, more drawings with this pen. They're so delicious. I have pictures uploaded on Instagram of my drawings, and I love them. Some more hands. Just looking down, drawing my hands. This is a screen capture from Sex and the City, which is my favorite show now. I watched it around this time. So good. Well, you don't need me to tell you that, but it's so good. Sex and the City, Miranda, Charlotte, Samantha, Carrie. I feel like I fucked up a little bit with Charlotte's face, and Samantha's like this area. Yeah. So these drawings I drew in later on when I finished the class already, and I was having a lot of fun. I became more excited to draw, and I would take my sketchbook to family events, and oh hello, drawing became really exciting for me, and I'd just sit around and have everyone like I'm like, be natural, you don't have to pose for me, you don't have to look at me, they just sit there. And my cousin was like, can you draw me? And I was like, okay. And just these really cool piercings, and I drew them all with my, of course, favorite pen. This is, I'll talk more about this later on. Yeah, some more family members. I fucked up with black pen, so I just made spiders crawl out of their ears and mouths. More figures. I start every sketch of people with this kind of like really rough anatomy. I think this is really beautiful and really helps the professor understand how I grasp anatomy, and I take what I learned from the class about the joints, proportion, size, like the legs to the upper body, because at the end of the day, these sketchbooks, this one and this 181 was a big percentage grade, and we have to really show what we're learning, how we're adapting, how we're using our free time to fill out the sketchbook, because we're not filling this out during class. This is on our own time. Yeah, so this is my feet with my favorite pen, and this is with a dyeing marker. Some skulls, some hand. I didn't like how it came out. More sketches I did later on. This is the final day when the sketchbook was due. I was sitting around drawing myself. This is another freebie that I got from a senior art gallery. I drew outside. Favorite pen. Showed the campus. The campus was so pretty. I would find new places every day to draw. The morning of when this assignment was due, I was sitting around pacing, drawing everything. So drawings of me. I drew this really quick looking at my phone. This is pretty recent, like this is not that long ago. Just took this off from a magazine. Drawing of my boot literally an hour before the class. This is drawing of me. I got told I'm too old from a librarian. The cover of the Caligari Sisters. I was getting really inspired by like courtroom sketch artists and how quick they draw, and I really just like that kind of swiftness and aggressiveness with a black Sharpie marker. Another is from like the news. harmonica cover that I love, video I love, eyes, nose, mouth. Another screen capture from the Caligari sisters. Class was starting, so I just drew everyone that was sitting around the campus, you know, underneath the tree, just quick. And then procrastination is the killer. I drew this before the class started as I was walking. I was like, this is how I looked that day, so I just drew myself a memory. And then this is at the class. Everyone had their sketchbooks on their lap and just quickly drawing, and the energy was so fun. It felt so freeing. And we did a critique that day, and it was the first. We didn't have critiques in 184, like after we finished a project. So our finals, we did a critique. Everyone talked about theirs. They came up, they talked, da da da. It was really fun. I feel like I got to know them finally. It's May 7th, 2025. Done. So I have all this left that I'm filling out as of late, and I'll do a sketchbook tour later of that. If you made it this far, thank you so much. I'm C. You can find me on c.u.d.l.c anywhere on Instagram, TikTok. But yeah, thank you. Bye.